Alright, so hello everybody, and welcome to the end of the year Q&A for 2019. My god. Another one. Time flies, does it not? Hello, Birdman. Birdman wants to say hi. So let's get right into the questions. So, in short, where would you put yourself in the Warframe community? You have a pretty big channel that is focused on Warframe, and you're also a partner, but you seem kind of detached from the rest of the bigger partners. Your channel feels like the hidden, chill and fun corner of information that someone will eventually stumble upon if they browse YouTube enough, and not through another partner and or a bigger YouTuber. Are you just not active on any social media, or you don't want to push it in our faces? So first of all, I'm not big into social media, and I never was. I find it kind of pointless, and that kind of also means that I'm not very good at, like, you know, doing things on social media, like advertising and trying to grow my channel through it, and I'm okay with that. And second of all, I'm very happy with my channel being what you described. I personally always like to describe it very similarly. It's my own little YouTube corner where I do my own thing, and if you like it, you can come and join. And I really like that. Those were always my favorite types of YouTube channels, just these random pockets of fun that you can find if you look hard enough. And I honestly don't know where would I put myself in the Warframe community, you know, I'm just doing my own thing and I'm happy with that. Next question, what's one frame you'd like to see improved or reworked? Knowing you, I would think you'd like Necros to become much more like a Necromancer. Yeah, pretty much. Next, why do you hate the mighty ketchup overlords? It's not that I hate you, it's just that you are wrong and you need to understand and accept it. Question number 4. What is your perspective on viewing Warframe or video games in general as a piece of entertainment that we expect to give us new experiences continuously for long periods of time, sometimes for several years? This is an interesting question because I don't think it's a question of, you know, how we see it, but how the developers advertise it. If the developers come out and they're like, okay, this is a game that we're going to update for years and years and years, well, no shit, people are going to expect updates for years and years and years, right? I think the biggest problem here is that developers kind of use this as a crutch and an excuse, you know, oh, our game isn't that great right now, but, you know, over time it will get better. And I think it's perfectly reasonable if a developer decides to do a live service for people to then expect it to be updated for years and years and years. Question number 5. What was the best update for you in 2019, and what are your thoughts on the upcoming new war? So I really enjoyed the lich system. I think that was probably the best update for me. I just really like it, and I think it's going to be really cool once it's integrated into Railjack. And as far as the new war is concerned, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not terribly excited by it either. And I think it's because the time between the story updates is just too long, and any impact that the story had sort of fades away before the new part comes in. I mean, I'm excited for the new tile sets and the new enemies and all the new goodies that we're gonna get, but as far as the story is concerned, it's been too long. I barely even remember what happened. Question number 6. Looking back at 2019 and 2018, which of the 2 years did you feel were most exciting for Warframe? I don't quite remember what came out in 2018 and 2019, but I think 2019 because we got the lich system, I think we got Nightwave as well, and now Railjack. So, yeah, 2019. Question number 7. Roughly how many hours a week do you spend recording and editing? Also, please tell Birdman that I love him. Birdman, this random person on the internet loves you. He loves you too. See? And as far as how many hours I spend recording and editing, I've actually become quite efficient at like recording. I usually get things on the first try nowadays. But without like actual time in game, putting form onto stuff, trying out builds, on an average week, I would say about 20 to 30 hours just recording and editing and doing the voiceover, and then the rest is spent in-game, just, you know, putting form on stuff, trying out different builds and that kind of stuff. The most important thing for me is to have a goal in mind, right? I have a clear checklist of what I want to record for every video, and I just go in-game and I get it done. Whereas if I were to just flail around and record random things here and there, it would take me much longer. Question number 8. What is your favorite intrinsic? That would be engineering. I just like doing engineering things. What's your favorite? This is actually multiple questions in one. So what's your favorite frame to use in Railjack? That would be Wukong, so I can have the Celestial Twin out while I'm doing engineering things. And finally, what type of bird do you have? And both Birdman and Birdwoman, hi, are cockatiels. Question number 9. Do you let Birdman What's with all the Birdman? You're taking my spotlight, you little shit. Do you let Birdman fly around in your room or house sometimes? Yes, I did not clip his wings, and I didn't clip the wings on Birdwoman either, because I just like them flying around, and they have a pretty big cage, so they can fly in the cage as well. Though there are, of course, like arguments for clipping their wings, like if they're not very good at flying and they're just not learning very well, they're probably gonna hurt themselves if they try flying, whereas if you clip their wings, they will very quickly understand that they can't fly, so they won't try it and slam into walls. And of course, if you're worried about them flying away, and it's a real possibility, you should probably clip their wings, because most of the time when a parrot flies away, especially in a climate like this, you know, Central Europe, they will die. Question number 10. What is your favorite game of all time? That would be Dungeon Keeper, the original one, or the gold version. That one was really good. I love that game so much. Oh, I need to replay it again. Question number 11. Would you like to get more challenges in Warframe? If so, what kind? I honestly don't know. We have plenty of like challengey stuff. It's just that we are so strong at this point that challenges don't matter. Like arbitrations would be pretty challenging if we couldn't blow everything up. Sorties would be pretty challenging if we couldn't blow everything up, you know, so I don't know. I think no matter what kind of challenge they put in, we can just overpower it eventually and then it stops being a challenge. Question number 12. I know you said you plan on experiencing Destiny 2 as a player and not as a content creator, but do you want or plan on doing raids/streams with the community for fun? No. And it's for the same reason why I stopped covering Path of Exile when the new league comes out, because as soon as my sort of working brain kicks in, I don't know how to shut it off, and I'll just keep going and going and going and going and going until I ruin it for myself and I don't want to play the game anymore. I did that very recently with the new Metamorph League in Path of Exile. I recorded like 100 gigs of footage, I had like 3 videos, and then I just didn't want to log in. So I just deleted them and I was like, I am not doing this again. I want to enjoy the league, so no. Question number 14. Which Warframe quick look at was your most favorite one to do? That one will probably have to go to quick look at your mum. Question number 15. What other Warframe creators do you enjoy watching? I watch a lot of Headshot. I watch Lazar. And Potato every now and then. That's pretty much it for me. And I don't have that much time to watch them, especially when new stuff comes out. I like to get the videos out first before I start watching their videos, so that I'm sort of just not influenced by what they think about the new things and I can do everything like fresh, right? Question number 16. What is your favorite food? A good steak. I like, for example, flank steaks. I think those are delicious. They're very cheap. Just get yourself a flank steak, just pan-sear it, add a little bit of butter, bit of rosemary, throw in a bit of garlic, and get some baked potato. That's pretty much it. Nothing fancy. I just like a good steak. Question number 17. Will we ever get to see any cooking related videos? Probably not. Maybe on an April Fool's Day at some point, but probably not. Question number 18. Do you ever plan on going to some Warframe convention like TennoCon? And I was actually invited 2 years in a row now. And this year it just didn't work out for me. And last year my flight got cancelled. I got to the airport, I was at the airport, I'm waiting to board the plane, and then my phone vibrates, I look at it, flight cancelled, and that was it. Question number 19. A next weapon that you would like to see primed or kuvafied. I would actually like to see a weapon vandalized, and it would be the Exergis. I think Exergis Vandal is gonna be dope. Question number 20. Will we ever get more Path of Exile videos next year? Probably not, as I've already explained. I don't want to just keep working and keep working until I hate the game and I can't play it anymore. Question number 21. When will you be live streaming again? And that depends entirely on my internet. Right now my internet is very unreliable, so I can't stream. I mean, I can barely play anything that is not Warframe, and I just can't play Warframe in groups at the moment, which kinda sucks for Railjack. But once it gets better, I can start live streaming again, and I think we can do some Railjack together, which could be fun. Question number 22. What is your go-to thing to do if you get burned out from a game? Well, it depends on whether I'm burned out on a specific game, in which case I would just play something else for a little bit, or if I'm burned out on playing video games, which will happen if you're doing it as much as I do. But my first kind of like go-to thing when either of these two things happen is to just actually work a little bit harder during that week and get 1, maybe 2 videos out in advance, and then spend like a 4-day weekend doing something else, mostly just biking around and enjoying life. that I find works much better than anything else I've tried so far. Question number 23. Did you have any pets before, Birdman? Yes, we used to have a family dog like 15 years ago. It's a long time ago. And are you gonna get any other pets once Birdman and Birdwoman are gone? And I'm not entirely sure. I'm sort of bouncing between yes or no. But I always wanted to have one of the bigger, fancier parrots. And I think I can handle it now. I know how to handle like parrots in general. I have the infrastructure for it, I have a big cage with all the like stuff that you need, and I know I can handle these two relatively small, loud and obnoxious assholes that screech 24/7, so I can probably handle a slightly bigger, loud and obnoxious asshole screeching 24/7 as well. Question number 24. How are you such a nice ball of positivity? I really don't like negativity, I just hate negativity, so I try to not focus on it. Right? It's the same with drama. I don't like drama, so I stay out of it. That's it. Sometimes it's inevitable and you will be negative, but I try to limit that because I like being happy. Being happy is nice. Question number 25. What do you think about endurance runs in general? I mean, I used to do endurance runs and enjoyed them a lot back when we had like the void key system in place instead of relics. And I enjoyed it. I did it for hours and hours and hours, both solo and with friends. But nowadays, I think it's because I've just played it so much. I mean, I have over 4,000 hours played in Warframe, so I'm just like, you know what? I've done enough. Every now and then I will do a longer Kuva survival when I'm cracking Requiem relics, but that's about it. I like it, I think it's cool, but I've done it enough, I think. Question number 26. What is your native language? Czech. I am Czech. I still live in Czech Republic. It's Czech. Moving on. If DE commissioned you to design a Warframe, what would its abilities and optional stats be? I would make some sort of a summoner. I like minion-based characters, so it would just be summoning a whole load of stuff. Question number 28. What things would you keep and what would you delete from this year's of update in Warframe? I would just straight up delete Railjack as it is right now. I would tell them to fix it and then release it again, because I feel like the way it's in the game right now is hurting it more than it's helping. Because the thing is, I am very invested in Warframe, right? Not only do I do it as a job, but I've also played over 4,000 hours of it, so I'm just gonna push through all the bullshit and all the bugs. But someone who is not as invested in the game, they're just gonna see all the bugs and be like, yep, nope, and just leave. So just delete Railjack, fix it, integrate like the lit system and that kind of stuff, and then put it into the game. Question number 29. You are a Soulsborne's fan. Have you ever played Bloodborne, and if not, do you want to play it? I am a Soulsborne's fan. I love the games. I've never played Bloodborne because I don't own any consoles, and I would like to play it, but I'm not gonna buy a console for it. Question number 30. Are you going to make another video in Czech? No, oh god, no. Do you know how many subscribers I've lost because of that April Fool's video? If you haven't been here for too long, by the way, one of my April Fool's videos was that I made an entire quick look in Czech, and people were losing their goddamn minds. I've lost so many subscribers that day. I thought people were going to understand that it's a joke, right? It came out on April 1st, but they were like, oh my god, he made 1,500 videos in English, but now he's doing them in Czech and I can't speak Czech, panic, panic, leave. It was ridiculous. And the final question, question number 31, what's the most boring way to play Warframe for you? To play it efficiently. Every time I try to do something as efficiently as possible, I am bored to tears. That's why I always try to focus on fun, because for me, playing very efficiently is just not fun. And that is it for the end of the year Q&A of 2019. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I wish you Happy New Year and all that good stuff. I once again, just like every year, want to say how much I appreciate you guys sticking around, and I'm glad you're enjoying the content. And I will see you in a couple of days. Bye-bye.